Hey, what is going on YouTube? My name is TheTrueAura, and today we're going to go over the top 10 must-play Game Pass games available right now that you need to play before they're gone. So, without further ado, let's just jump into it, and just a quick reminder that these are in no particular order at all, so if you disagree with the number of placings, that's okay, these are in no particular order. So jumping in at number 10, we have the game called Prey. So in Prey, you are awakened aboard Talos 1, a space station orbiting the moon in the year 2032. You are the key subject of an experiment meant to alter humanity forever, but things have gone terribly wrong. The space station has now been overrun by hostile aliens, and you are now being hunted. As you dig into the dark secrets of Talos 1 and your own past, you must survive using tools found on the station, your wits, weapons, and mind-bending abilities.
We can fight the invasion. If I can't save us, I'm taking every last one of them with me.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys, Prey is an absolutely amazing single-player, story-focused experience. It's basically like Resident Evil, but like in space, which I think is pretty cool, so definitely check that one out. And coming in at number 10, we have a fan favorite of 2025. It is going to be the game known as Balatro, which is a poker-inspired roguelike deck builder all about crafting powerful synergies and winning big. The poker roguelike Balatro is a satisfying deck builder where you play illegal poker hands, discover game-changing jokers, and trigger adrenaline-pumping, outrageous combos. Like I said, it's a fan favorite of 2025, so you definitely want to check this one out before it is gone as well. It is such a good game. It's awesome. There's lots of stuff you can do. Like, there's different types of cards you can use rather than your standard cards. There's challenges and everything. So there's a lot of replay value there, and I think Balatro is a good game to check out. Coming in at our number 8 spot, we have actually an older game, but a game that still holds up to this day, especially if you're on an Xbox Series S or X, and that is going to be Batman Arkham Knight. This game is absolutely amazing. It's the only Batman game that I personally have ever played, and I just love it to pieces. I haven't 100% the game before, but I have made it through all the way in the story before, all the way to the end, and I think the story is one of the best stories out there when it comes to video game storylines. So if you like Batman, if you like superhero games, if you want a Spider-Man feel, then I believe Batman Arkham Knight still holds up to this day. And just a quick run over of what Batman Arkham Knight is. In the explosive finale to the Arkham series, the Scarecrow returns to unite an impressive roster of supervillains, including Penguin, Two-Face, and Harley Quinn. Batman Arkham Knight introduces Rocksteady's Batmobile, which is drivable for the first time in the franchise. This legendary vehicle, combined with the acclaimed gameplay of the Batman Arkham series, offers gamers the ultimate Batman experience as they tear through Gotham City. Again, the game is absolutely amazing, and you should check it out while it's available. And the DLC is also available too. So if you see the game on sale with a DLC package, I highly recommend just picking it up because it's absolutely worth your time to play it. Coming in at our number 7 spot, and this one actually kind of threw me for a loop. I did not know this was available on Game Pass right now. And this is going to be GTA 5. You probably already know what GTA 5 is. It's been out for a while. But there is the next-gen edition, which is GTA 5 Online, but it also comes with the story mode, and it just runs a lot better, and it looks a lot better. Everything is just awesome. There's a lot of drip feed updates happening still until the release of GTA 6 that's coming out, which is probably going to break every record in history, just ever. So if you haven't picked up GTA 5 yet, what are you waiting for? Now's the time to get into it before we move over to GTA 6, and GTA 5 still holds up to this day. The story's fantastic. It's pretty long, but it's written kind of like an old-fashioned TV show or a Netflix movie almost. And then obviously there's online with a bunch of stuff to do. It is very convoluted, and you might be overwhelmed with the amount of stuff you can do. But you can start a business or a biker club, and all of this stuff, and it's just, there's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of mini games you can play with your friends and stuff like that. So definitely check out GTA 5 if for some reason you haven't already, or you don't own the upgraded versions on the next gen versions of Xbox. Our number 6 spot here, we actually have 2 games, technically. The first and the second one in a franchise. And this is going to be Grounded. Again, you probably know what Grounded is, but basically you're shrunk down as a human, obviously, and you're just trying to survive against the outdoors as you're being tiny. So you have basically shrunk down to the size of like a little larva, basically, and ants are bigger than you, flies are bigger than you. You know, you're very tiny, and it's basically a like survival crafting base building type of game mixed with like a lot of story beats that you have to go through. So there is like an end to the game technically, but basically picture Ark with like the dinosaurs and chopping down trees and stuff, but in the mindset that you are in blades of grass and there's like spiders and ants and all of that stuff coming to eat you in like one bite. So if you like the style of Ark games where you're just like surviving against creatures and stuff like that and like building bases, I think Grounded is amazing, and Grounded 2 just came out this year, so check it out. I think they're fantastic games in the survival genre, and it's an interesting concept too. Like, it's very unique. No one's ever really done that before, so definitely check it out. Alright, coming in at number 5, we actually have another slightly older game that is probably off people's radars nowadays. This one came out in 2016, but when it came out, it blew the internet up by storm. It was awesome, and it's definitely worth playing while it's on Game Pass before it's gone. And this is going to be Firewatch, which is a single-player, story-driven experience. There's nothing like a lot. There's not like a lot of action. There's no like guns and fighting and stuff like that. But I feel like the story itself is pretty relatable to a lot of people, especially as you're like in the ages like 20 to 30. You know, you're sort of getting out there into the adult world and all of that kind of stuff. So this game is just very in-depth with story, and I just feel like it's a good game to play. Just sit down for a couple hours. It's not that long. You probably beat it in like 4 or 5 hours or so. So it's not really that long, but the story is amazing. The graphics look amazing even to this day, and the game really just holds up well. So Firewatch is a single-player, first-person mystery set in the Wuming Wilderness. The year is 1989, and you are a man named Henry who has retired from your messy life to work as a fire lookout in the Wuming Wilderness.
Lookouts as much as I talk to you. Not in the same way.
What makes me so special?
So, again, check it out. Fantastic game, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. And coming in at number 4, we have a new release that came out this year, but I don't think they're going to win Game of the Year, unfortunately, thanks to our number 2 spot, actually. But this is going to be Doom: The Dark Ages, which is the first Doom game that I personally have ever played. So if you haven't really played a Doom game before, I really think it's worth checking out. I think this game was awesome to play. I haven't played through all of it, mind you. I think I made it about halfway. But Doom: The Dark Ages is great. The music's good. The way it plays feels good. It's very smooth. There's a lot of stuff going on. You know, it's stimulation overload. But this is the prequel to the critically acclaimed Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. So this is a prequel to those two if you played those already. But again, if you haven't played a Doom game before, or maybe you have, I highly recommend checking out Doom: The Dark Ages because it is just an awesome time, and you should check it out before it is gone from Game Pass. And I think there also might be DLC available in the Game Pass as well. Don't quote me on that, but if it is there, definitely download the DLC as well so you can just play it a little bit longer because it's awesome, and I think you'll have a great time playing Doom: The Dark Ages. Alright, before we get into our top 3 Game Pass games that you need to play before they are gone, real quick, I just want to say thank you for sticking around this long. If you are enjoying the video, make sure to drop a like and drop a comment in case I missed one of your favorite Game Pass games available right now that I haven't gotten to yet. And subscribe if you are new to the channel and you haven't already. And for those people that are like, I haven't seen my game on here yet, or if you made it to the top 1 and you still don't see it, I was actually making a honorable mentions list, and I ended up having enough to make a part 2 to this video, actually. So technically this was almost a top 20, but we're keeping it a top 10. So if you want to check that out when that comes out, please just turn notifications on to be notified of when that video comes out shortly. And we will continue this top 10 into the top 20 that it almost was. And without further ado, let's just jump into the last top 3 games on Game Pass available right now that you do not want to miss before they're gone. At number 3, we have one of my favorite games of all time, and it is available on Game Pass right now. And it has been for a little bit, so I don't know how much longer it's going to be on there for, but this game is amazing. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about yet, I'm obviously talking about No Man's Sky, which did come out quite a while ago, but the game is way better than it used to be when it came out. It is absolutely stunning on how just amazing this game looks visually. It's appealing to play, at least from like a hardcore player standpoint, because I like my survival elements and base building and stuff like that. So I do turn my settings to hardcore, but you can turn your settings to whatever. They also have like expeditions when like new updates come out, because new updates do come out pretty frequently. So they do expeditions when new updates come out. So it's like a little thing you can do with like the community, and you can play with other people across the galaxies. And No Man's Sky is just an amazing game. It doesn't matter what your playstyle is. You can turn it to creative, you can turn it to hardcore, you can make everything cheap, you can just fly around. It's really just whatever you want it to be, kind of like Minecraft is. I've always referred to this game as kind of like Minecraft, but like space vibes. But, you know, every time I was unsure if I would like a No Man's Sky, it pulls me in for multiple days at a time, every single time. Sometimes even for like a week or two, and then I'm like, yeah, you know, I need a little break because I've been doing this way too often. But that is just how impactful and amazing No Man's Sky is from a single player perspective, and you can also play with your friends as well if you can find them, because there's literally so many planets that it is impossible to explore every single one of them. And you can name the planets, and you can name the animals you scan and stuff like that. So if you've seen my gameplay videos on the channel, you would know that I just am absolutely in love with No Man's Sky. It doesn't matter how long I take a break for, every time I come back I'm just in love immediately again. And no game can really do that like No Man's Sky can, so definitely check it out before it is gone. Alright, coming in at our number 2 spot, and people are going to wonder why this is not at the number 1 spot, but again, I did not make this in a particular order. I actually did a little wheel spin just so you wouldn't get confused on, like, you know, if I'm picking favorites and whatnot. So coming in at number 2, we have what I believe to be Game of the Year in 2025, and the majority of the world is in agreement here. So if you don't know what I'm talking about Expedition 33, Game of the Year, more than likely, because those awards are being picked right now. And you can play this game with Game Pass on Xbox Series X and S. And I just think that Expedition 33, if you haven't played it yet, you haven't seen gameplay on it yet, I highly recommend you check it out. It's going to be Game of the Year for a reason. Okay, the music's good, the gameplay is good, the graphics are good, the maps are massive, the levels are massive, the boss fights are amazing. This game overall is just amazing, and I don't really know how to describe it other than like the Final Fantasy game on the Xbox, where you like start with like pushing a car because you're running out of fuel. Basically picture that Final Fantasy game mixed with Dark Souls boss fights. And this game is just amazing, the story's amazing, the voice acting is amazing, everything about this game is just amazing. But just in case you don't know what it is, year by year she erases us, is the entire premise of the game. So once a year, the the paintress wakes up and paints upon her monolith, paints her cursed number, and everyone past that age turns to smoke and fades away. So basically, if the paintress paints the number 55 and you are above the year of 55, you were just dead, essentially. Or if you are 55 as well, you just die. So year by year, the number ticks down, and more of us are erased. Tomorrow she'll wake and paint 33, and tomorrow we depart on our final mission, destroy the paintress, so she can never paint death again. Which I think is a really cool concept that I don't think is done too often. So basically this godlike figure is counting down the days of humanity, and year by year people are dying. So like I said, if she paints 55 and you are above the age of 55, you are just dead. So it's basically like a reverse birthday, essentially, and everyone who is the age of 33 or higher is about to be killed, essentially. So check it out. It's going to be Game of the Year for a reason once again, and if you want to play Game of the Year, you can play it with Game Pass. So check it out. It's awesome. I haven't beaten it myself yet, but I was loving it when I did play it, and I'm definitely do plan to come back to it to beat it in its full completion, because it's just calling to me. I think it's calling to all of us to check out Expedition 33.
Is this true? Maya's with him. We need to go, now. Who are you?
And coming in at our number 1 spot, and this game actually just came out with a sequel this year that is also in the running for Game of the Year. I have not checked it out myself yet, so I'm only going to be talking about the first one, and that is going to be the game called Hades. If you haven't heard of Hades, well, it's basically it's a roguelike game where you're like going room to room, kind of like The Binding of Isaac, in the theme of, Greek underworld known as Tartarus, I believe that's what that is. Correct me if I'm wrong, my mythology and all that stuff is not the best, but it's just a really fun game to play. There's a lot of cool power-ups and stuff you can get. Final boss is actually pretty damn hard to take down. You'll make it there a few times, and then you're like, wow, I am nearly not strong enough to beat this guy. Every time you die, you obviously have to restart from the beginning with the same weapons and whatnot. I think the characters are really good, and what is the story of the game, I think, is also good. What's their story-wise, and if you just like Greek mythology, it's just a really fun game to play. Visually, it's good, gameplay is good, it's fast-paced, it's action-packed, and like I said, they came out with a sequel this year that is tied for Game of the Year, or is in the running for Game of the Year, I should say. So definitely check out Hades while it's on Game Pass before it's gone, because it is just amazing, and if you love that, you'll probably love the sequel as well. So check it out before it's gone.
Pleasure doing business.
And that is going to be the top 10 Game Pass games available right now that you need to play before they are gone. Trust me, if you miss out on these games, you're gonna hate yourself a little bit more. I'm gonna be honest, you'll be kind of disappointed you didn't check these out when they were available. And best part is, if you love them a lot and you have some money laying around, you can usually have a Game Pass discount available for the games available on Game Pass. So if you do like what you see on Game Pass in this top 10, you are able to buy them in the future. If you'd like to go back to them whenever they are gone from Game Pass. And again, my name has been TheTrueAura. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a like. And just let me know in the comments if I missed any games that you think should have been in the top 10. But I do have another top 10 coming out quite soon, so just keep an eye out for that too. One of your favorite games might be in there as well. And if you want to see how to get Game Pass for just $1 a month, click this video right here, and I hope you enjoy.